Hello YouTube. In this video we're going to talk about dirty bulking. You'll see on the channel that I like to give advice on things you should be doing, but I'm much more aggressive when it comes to things that I think you shouldn't be doing. And I will always make videos about these things, and I will be very straightforward when it comes to them. Because I think that between giving a good advice that can be beneficial or an advice that can prevent you from doing something detrimental, I will always go with the second one. Because the thing that can be beneficial for you, you can learn later in life and you will just have wasted some time. The things that are dangerous can affect you for the rest of your life and you cannot really take them back. So that's what I focus on. So as far as diet goes, I made videos about bulking. I explained why I already don't like the concept of bulking. Now, bulking, if done properly with foods that agree with you, with a good amount of macros, a good amount of micronutrients, and a good balance overall, can still be relatively healthy. You're putting on fat. You might be putting on body weight too fast for your body to readapt to it, and you might be stressing your metabolism a bit. But you can still make sure you do as little damage as possible if you are paying attention to your diet and your nutrition. Dirty bulking, because it involves eating large amount of junk food, which usually is very high in certain types of macros, very low in micronutrients, is the worst of both worlds. It truly is. Why? You enter a caloric surplus to gain mass. You get that mass through foods that are going to be very high in fats, very high in carbs, and with a lot of sodium usually. Mixing carbs and fats is not the end of the world. For certain type of food combinations, it's not the best when it comes to weight gain because of the type of gain you're going to put on, because of the insulin boost. That's a topic where I will make videos about it, but I will always be open to critiques in the comments because nutrition to me is a case-by-case thing. Much more in a sense than exercise, because if someone tells me deep squats is the best for leg hypertrophy, I will disagree with certain individuals, but I will argue that for the vast majority of the population it's true. But if someone tells me that X diet is the best for everyone, that's just plain wrong. Because of genetic disparities between individuals, it doesn't work like that. But one thing I can tell you is that dirty bulking and a junk food-based diet is good for absolutely no one. No one agrees with it. No one is going to get healthier on it. So you might tell me, well, we don't care about health. If that's the case, leave the channel. Because for me, health is everything. And I've seen enough people who didn't care about health who are now dead or suffering until they eventually die, that I just cannot subscribe to that logic anymore. It just doesn't click. Health is all you have. If you don't have health, you have nothing. So the reason why you're going to damage your health is because you put on body mass, you're going to put on a ton of fat on a dirty bulk, and you're going to be completely lacking in micronutrients, in fiber, and in everything that helps your body run smoothly. So your organs are going to take a hit, they're going to struggle, and outside of that, you're going to feel sluggish because of all the fats you consume, all the carbs you consume, you're going to be bloated. So from a bodybuilding and physique perspective, there is really no point in doing that. And the worst part of the dirty bulk is that I've heard people say that it was a bad diet because you will be putting just as much muscle as you would if you were doing a clean bulk. I go against that. I don't even believe that's true. I think you're going to put on less muscle. Why? Because the foods you're going to eat are going to be usually very high in carbs and fats, low in proteins. So you're going to consume a ton of calories within that window of macronutrients. You're going to lack proteins. Most people who do dirty bulks are beginners, very skinny dudes to begin with. So you're going to put on all that weight that's going to be mostly fat, which, what is the point? Even if your goal is to look bigger because you're skinny and you're complexed by the fact that you have a small stature, becoming fat is not going to solve that. I know because I'm talking from experience. When I started lifting, I was 100 pounds. The weight I put on was muscle and fat, a lot of fat, but it was distributed around muscle. If I had done a dirty bulk and put on mostly fat, I would have went from small skinny dude to small skinny fat dude or small fat dude. What does that do to your mental health? It's going to sabotage your confidence, and most likely you're going to fall off the bandwagon and stay there, because I have personal experience with people who didn't listen to me, did a dirty bulk, while lifting, got stronger, because of course you're putting on 40 pounds, so you better get stronger. And then at the end, when they try to cut, because they have no experience and their first introduction to dieting is stuffing their face with fast food, they can't do it. They are physically addicted to the fast food. So they started skinny here, now they're fat and unhealthy here, and they're going to stay there because they're not going to be able to continue lifting. Most likely they're going to quit lifting out of desperation. They're never going to diet down. So they evolved into a worse state of being, which is not the point of weightlifting. You should feel better about your body, about who you are and the image you project. So it's really something that people on this channel who have some knowledge about lifting are not going to really take in, because you already should know that. But for novices who watch me and who might be tempted, don't do it. The reason why novices are attracted by a dirty bulk is because it is a promise of fast progress. If you dirty bulk, your lifts are going to go up 99% of the time because you put on so much weight. And weight, mass moves mass. But unless you are going to stay a very heavy lifter for the rest of your life, who's going to be happy with mediocre lifts and a terrible body, think about the reason you're doing it. When you do something, always think about your ulterior motives. Don't just do the thing and get lost in the motion. Think about it. Even for very skinny male, I know that some people, some who are very influential on YouTube Fitness, tell skinny young men to just stuff their face, eat as much as you want. And the issue with this is that it lacks the number one quality that is required to build a good body, which is patience. Why do you try to gain all that mass in 8 or 10 months? What is going to happen in 8 or 10 months? Are you going to go through an inspection, and if you're skinny, you're going to be tossed off a mountain? No. So instead of gaining all that mass in 10 months, gain all that mass in 5 years. You're still going to be there in 5 years, but the difference is that you're going to be putting mostly muscle on if you take your time. And I know the mental anguish that can come with being skinny and feeling like you need to bulk up as much as you want. You need to bulk up. And if I had the resources when I was younger, I might have done a skinny bulk. I was forced into a clean bulk by necessity, but it was a blessing. And this is why I really want to let you know that you can get there too without having to eat junk food and damage your health. Look at me. If you look at my videos and you think I have a good body, I'm nothing special. I'm not genetically gifted. I didn't get all that mass in like 3 years. It was a long process of 10 years, but it got me to where I am. So if I did it, you can do it too. You just have to bite the bullet and be patient. And then, as I said at the start of the video, outside of progress and the fact that putting on all that fat is not going to help you with muscle, there's the issue of health. Having a higher fat percentage is linked to lowered testosterone levels, which means you're going to put on less muscle. So as you diet, you're sabotaging your body's ability to build muscle, which is what you're supposed to be doing when you bodybuild. And the worst part of that is, you might say, oh, if I get skinny again, I'm reversing the damage. No, the damage that you did to your tendons because of all the weight it had to carry, the damage you did to your heart because of all the mass it had to pump full of blood, the damage you did to your liver, the damage you did to your kidneys, all of that is still there. It doesn't heal. It will get better because your body composition is going to improve, but you still struck your body for no good reason. So please, if you watch that video and you consider doing a dirty bulk, take to heart what I told you. Dirty bulking is lazy. It's the easy way out. It's the path of least resistance. If you feel like you are someone who has a specific condition, who is in a specific context that needs to dirty bulk, write in the comments what you're doing, why you're doing it, and I guarantee you, me and the other people on this channel can help you navigate it so that you don't have to go down that path. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.